Welcome everyone to Ninja Monkey. It's Sunday, Monday, depending where you're watching from. I'm Nathan Ninja Monkey, and in this live stream, I answer your Japan travel questions, hang out, chat about trips, itineraries, things to do, things not to do, and all that jazz. I've actually started a few minutes early because I was already set up, and I thought, why not? So yeah, here we are, everybody. I'm very excited to be here. Let's get started. Let's see who's here. Lord McGray, hello, how you doing? It looked like you had a great trip. I was very jealous of some of the things that you did, but hey, welcome back, welcome back. Start planning your next trip. Carl, how you doing, Carl? Mr. Dr. Nagi, eating pizza. Well, I've got my Tokyo banana at the ready here, which is awesome, obviously. Hey, Carl, thank you so much. Welcome to Chat Ninja. Awesome, we've got a ninja person join us. Yay, Carl. And now you feel full. Hello, fellow Japanaholics. Hope you're doing well. I hope that we're all doing well indeed. It's too early, you say? Jeez. Hello, Tommy Tran. Gold Coast, early start. I was sitting here and I was thinking, why not? Why do I have to wait? Do I have to be so punctual? Do I have to wait 2 minutes to start when I'm already here with my Coca-Cola and my Tokyo banana, right? Hey, Carl. Hi. And yeah, I love this little one piece. It's a pretty cool little t-shirt that I got from Uniqlo actually. It's like a homage to the Beatles, right? It's pretty cool. Yeah. And Lord McGree, thank you so much for sending out 5 Ninja Monkey gift memberships. For those of you who are members, you have special privileges. More specifically, you have some extra badges and emojis that you can use. Oh, Jim Ross, arigatou gozaimasu. Also, thank you very much. Where are you? Can I share this? Ooh. I don't know where the thing is gone, but Jim, thank you so much for the 5 Ninja Monkey memberships. Also, much appreciated. Japanese punctuality. Well, I'm not in Japan right now. Japanese punctuality is on another level, I feel. I've told you this story before. I'll tell you this story again. Maybe you don't know it. But I once was in a Gibeki gorge, which is like in Tohoku, somewhere in Tohoku. And it's a little like rowing boat. They take you through this gorge. You get off on this sandbank. There's a little shrine. You throw some rocks, try to get it into some holes for luck or whatever. And the guy said to me, you need to be back by, like something like 3:21. Very, very randomly specific thing. And I was there at 3:21 and 10 seconds, and the boat was leaving, and I was like shouting, "Ah, don't forget me!" But yeah, punctuality, Japanese punctuality is definitely on another level. And yes, I am real, not AI. You can't get rid of me quite yet. Hey Gazumi, how's it going? Hope that you're doing well. And when's your next trip? You always seem to be going back at some point. Bojo Pigeon, 11 Tokyo bananas, no, 11 days. So what's that? 1.5 Tokyo bananas? In fact, I need to update my Tokyo bananas up here. Let's get rid of one of them. Goodbye. 5 Tokyo bananas left for me. And actually, I'm so excited about this upcoming trip in 5 weeks' time, just after Christmas, over the New Year's period. I'm really excited because my best friend from Gibraltar, where I live, my childhood friend, like bestie, and her husband are gonna be coming to Japan with me. Oh my god! Well, at least for the first bit. So the plan is the first few days we'll be in Tokyo and we'll spend New Year's together, and then they'll do their own thing. travel and all that sort of thing. But I am so excited to hang out with some of my friends from Gibraltar, in Tokyo. So excited. In fact, they love plants. They love anything to do with plants. Botany and that kind of thing. So if you have any suggestions, throw them my way. Banana and Yuzu fans, thank you so much, Frog Lady. I was going to say Lady Frog. Lady Frog? What the hell? Frog Lady, arigato gozaimasu. But yeah. Hey, Japan. I've seen some of your posts. I saw your little video about was it Hyper Japan or whatever, Japan weekend in Manchester. It looked pretty dope. Something that might consider looking at in the future, getting myself a cheap flight and getting up to Manchester this time of the year. Why not? And Frog Lady says, hi everyone. Everyone say hi to Frog Lady. Pertza, welcome Pertza. How's it going? 14 weeks to go. Well, the good thing about that Gold Coast is that you have plenty of time to plan, and that's not a bad thing, really. I think, as things go generally, just plan. Hey, Jennifer, how are you doing? Genki, I am very Genki today. I've been feeling a little bit under the weather, but I am right now because I'm streaming. I am very Genki. And when's your next trip? Will we coincide again? I coincided with Jennifer in Osaka a few years back. We went to a baseball game. It was fantastic. Had a great time. I love meeting people like that. And Jim Ross, arigato gozaimasu. Thanks so much for the donations today. I'm really feeling the love. I needed this, I think. Now I hide in Frog Lady's shadow, nothing in forefront. I exist in the dark and shadows. You do not. We all coexist together in one big, beautiful community of people who just want to build up and share, the best of Japan. I think I said it in my last video. I said thank you for the patrons specifically. I wanted to actually do a little bit of a shout out. If you've been thinking, how can I support Ninja Monkey? Patreon is actually a great way of doing it, because the benefit of Patreon is that I know what's coming every month, and I can plan ahead. Flying Tuesday, Dr. Nagi, don't get nervous. We're all here to support you. Do not be nervous. You should be excited more than anything. Remember, I have a whole video playlist called Japan Starter Kit. Actually, it should be in the description of this live stream. It's called Japan Starter Kit. It's a playlist. Everything that you need for before you go to Japan should be there, plus some additional things. Ooh, you're going on the Kanda River cruise for your upcoming trip, Bojo Pigeon. Tell me more. Please tell me more. Jim Ross. I think we're all hiding in each other's shadows. Depends who's in Japan at what time. If somebody's in Japan, then we hide in their shadow. Let's make that the rule. 13 Tokyo bananas for you. I have to eat this Tokyo banana, by the way. The green screen is a bit weird. It's sort of like that. 1 banana for 1 week. That's right, Carl. 1 banana for 1 week. So up there, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. 5 bananas. 5 Tokyo bananas. Gazumi, boxes of bananas. No. Boxes. I mean, depends on the box. We have I think it's a 4-pack, the 6-pack, the 12-pack. 100 weeks. What? Tommy, that's loads. 1.7. Pertza. It's very, very specific. I love it. Every week, I end up adding 5 new things to the Japan bucket list. It's getting ridiculous. You know what, Tommy Tran? I don't think it's a bad idea to have lists. I've said it many times. One of the best ways to sort of like have an efficient, travel experience in Japan is to list things up in order and try to hit 2 or 3 from your list each day. That way you'll know that you've hit the things that you have priority, and lists are not a bad thing. Stick with the kicks. How you doing, Gaijin Bear? Oh my god. Bear this, bear that. So many bear stuff going on. To be honest. And I'm scared of bears. Japan's been having a bit of a bear problem. Jose Cano. Hi everyone. Konbanwa, konbanwa. Saludos, Nathan. Your video in Spanish was cool. Do make some more. Definitely, you'll get more subscribers. Jose Cano, muchas gracias. Thank you for those of you who are wondering what is this guy talking about? What is Jose talking about? I actually have a Spanish secret channel, sort of. It's called Japón Tips, and I previously I had put some Spanish shorts, but more recently I thought I have all of this information and all of these videos in English, and I'm pretty much, bilingual and I'm fluent in Spanish. The only thing is that when I speak in Spanish in front of the camera, I'm just not used to it, and I get a little bit shy, believe it or not. English, I've sort of like, I don't want to say the word mastered, but in English, I'm so used to speaking in English in front of the camera that it's a lot easier. In Spanish, I have to focus a hell of a lot more. So I thought, you know what, I could translate all my scripts, all of my videos into Spanish, and I already have all the footage that goes along with the video, so it shouldn't take that long. So yeah, hopefully you'll see some more updates, guides. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm getting loads of views, but it's a start. It's a start. There's a whole like other world of people. Actually, let me see if I can share you. Oh, if I can share with you the thingy. Oh yeah, I'm gonna share with you on the chat. By the way, I'm gonna be very clear about this. I really appreciate all of your support when it comes to like anything, my channel or whatever. But if you don't understand Spanish and you're not gonna watch the video all the way through, then don't bother watching it. It's if you watch the Spanish video and you only watch the first 30 seconds and stop watching, it's gonna send a really negative signal to YouTube. So that's the only problem. Okay, let's see. I love to meet up again in Japan. That was so much fun. Still trying to figure out my next trip. Figure it out quicker. Figure it out quicker. Coco's question: do you think there's a country that has equal or better combinis than Japan? I can confirm it's not Thailand. Not bad, but Japan is in its own league. I don't know, maybe I'm trying to think about my trip to Korea a few years back. I felt that the Korean combinis were similar-ish to the Japanese ones. So perhaps I don't think there's let's be clear. Japan does it better. Japan definitely does it better. Hey Jamie, how you doing? Good morning. Good morning. Or good evening here. It's what's the time? It's 9:40 p.m. here, but good evening. I need 52 bananas, Carl. That's a whole year. Well, it's okay. It's that big hat casting a shadow. Yeah, that's true. Japan, Ichiban. It's true. Jim with his cowboy hat. River cruise. I'd seen tour boats passing through Akihabara along the Kanda River and decided I wanted to do it, so I tracked it down. I've done a few river taxis and I've done one river cruise. I did a river cruise when on my very, very, very first trip, 2014, before I did any YouTube stuff. And it was around Odaiba area. But I've done the river taxi from basically from Daimon sort of area to Asakusa. Pretty nice. 17 bananas for you, frog lady. 17. The numbers coming. I love seeing the numbers going down. Okay, Dr. Nagi says, question. Diplomatic relationships with Japan and China seem to be very tense at the moment. Reasons to be worried. To be honest, when it comes to anything to do with politics, I try not to dive too deep into them on here. So always be worried. No, don't be worried. Any suggestions to buy Park Kanto tickets? My understanding is that they haven't gone out yet. I've been doing a lot. I think they're going out soon. the tickets. So just my suggestion, Sergio, for the moment, just keep an eye on the channel, and I'll surely be putting out a video soon, or with some information, perhaps not specific information on purchasing the tickets. The park itself looks a little bit interesting. I'm not very sure how people will perceive the park. It seems a little bit different to normal. Let me just move a little bit this way so that, yeah. There's several different companies that launch different sorts of boats out of Nihonbashi Pier. Yeah, there are. Let's see. Hey, Laurie. Hi, everyone. I like the Spanish video. Do you understand Spanish? Oh, yeah, and hit the like button, please. Help the channel grow, indeed, Frog Lady. At the moment, my channel ain't growing that much. In fact, I would say it's kind of shrinking. I don't know what the hell is going on. But hey, I continue optimistic. Stay positive is my motto. It's been for many years. I'm not gonna like change my motto. 2 bananas for you, and I haven't really planned anything after landing at the airport. It's okay. We can help each other. I can help you. I can help you. Also, extranjero. All right. Gold Coast. I took the space boat from Asakusa to Odaiba. Can recommend it. Nice to see the city from a different view. I think I took the space boat also in one of my trips anyway, if I remember right. 12:41 p.m. here in California. Rainy this weekend, but it's been freaking raining outside since like Tuesday or Wednesday. It's been raining every single day this week. Feels very UK right now, even though I'm not in the UK. 8:42 p.m. Le Père Creative. Hello, curious how many times you visit Japan? You go like every year, it seems. I go multiple times a year. It's good to be curious, stay curious, always ask questions, always question things on the internet. I go to Japan in between 3 to 5 times a year, maybe 3 to 4 times a year. And to be honest, I've lost count. I want to say 30 times. I want to say maybe more than 30 times. I counted with Japan Ichiban. We were in an izakaya and we counted each other's passports. And I had done 11 trips in 2 years. Remember that, Japan Ichiban? I'd done 11 trips. I had 11 passport stamps in 2 years. And I've been traveling to Japan since 2014. The first few was only once a year, and I progressively got visited more and more. So there you go. Spanish understanding is much better than your Japanese. Okay, cool, cool, cool. I mean, you never know, man, with this whole Spanish thing. If it goes well, I might even introduce a Spanish speaking live stream. Can you imagine that? How cold is it in Japan now? My colleague in Gibraltar is going this coming Thursday. It's definitely cooling down. I don't think it's gonna be cold winter, but let's see. And also Japan is very, like kind of very big. So where? Tokyo, look, 21 degrees, 14 degrees. I'm just looking at the weather now. 18, 15, 16, 18. Minimums of 9, 6, 5. So it just depends on the day. So I would say maybe similar to what it is now here during the day, just a little bit colder, I would say. But yeah. Ooh, where's my chat gone? Where's my chat gone? Chat disappeared for a minute. Let me sort that out. I lost the chat. Tried to get the chat back. I remember being very jealous of your overloaded passports. You'll get there. You'll get there. And actually, I've just applied for my Irish passport, so that passport is gonna get less use. I probably I don't know. I don't know which passport I'll use more, my British one or my Irish one. I'm excited to have two passports. Hey, people are saying prices will go out November 26th. Is there any truth on this? Why November 26th? Specific. It's a very specific date. There are some things happening. I don't know the specific exact dates of when these things are happening, but there is the introduction of an exit tax, but that's not like a general. It's not a general like things are going up on a specific day. Uh, to be honest, I know that some cities are introducing like hotel taxes on certain days, but these are all different dates across Japan. Some of them don't actually go into effect until 2026, later on in 2026. So it's a very specific date. Okinawa pretty warm. Hokkaido snow, probably. Oh no more mini shrimps. Sergio, have you ever been to a baseball or football game in Japan? Yeah, I've been to both. I've been to a baseball game with Jennifer, who's a subscriber who was here in the chat, about 2 years ago in Osaka, and it was a hell of a lot of fun. And I've been to the Rice Bowl twice, which is the basically the Super Bowl of Japan that happens at the beginning of January. And I've been to two of the games there in Tokyo Dome. Lots of fun. How would you say hit the like button in Spanish? How would I say hit the like button in Spanish? Dale al like. Dale al like. Dale al like. Still uncertain when I can fly to Japan with 3 day strike in Belgium. Oh boy, is there a strike? Strikes worry me. Stop striking, Europe. Stop it. Stop it. You don't deserve the freedoms. Japan just infects one and becomes addictive. It is a process that just assimilates you. It is true. I mean, if there's any evidence of that, just look at me. El batón de gusta? No, that would be like, that would be too literally translated. El batón de gusta? That's like the button of like. It's a bit weird. Darle el botón de me gusta? No, I think like, they use the word like in Spanish. Have you ever booked a flight like 1 week before? Prices sometimes don't seem to change as much, and I guess multiple times you get some nice travel flight mile points to redeem. Le Pere, yeah, I have actually in the past. I had to book a flight when it was COVID, and we couldn't travel to Japan due to like getting a visa and all that. I had to book my flight with very short notice, and I had to pay a lot of money. I'm not gonna lie. Short notice in that case, I was stuck to those dates, and I did pay a lot more than I would have paid normally. I guess that when you're flexible and you can literally like look at the patterns of flights and say, oh looks like there's a cheap flight for next week. Let's book it. And then possibly you can get a great deal. No, definitely you'll be able to get. Yeah, darle al botón like, no? That's what I said. Darle al botón like. Cheapest flights you've ever had. Yeah, but at the same time, Japan question here. You booked on a Wednesday, you flew on the Tuesday the next week, the cheapest flights you've ever had. But would you have booked that flight had it not been cheap? And did you book it because you had the flexibility to take the time off, and you took the time off because you found a cheap flight? Does that make sense? What I've said? Anyway, let's all get our drinks ready. Let's start a little kampai. A Kampai campaign. Kampai, guys. Kampai campaign. Now multiple passport international man of mystery. I don't know, there's not much mystery, to be honest. How easy or difficult is it to get an Irish passport? Not easy. Difficult. Hopefully in the future I will talk about that in my channel, in the Happy Gaijin channel. Hopefully once I get my passport, maybe in February I go to Ireland and I'll do a little vlog about it. Yeah, Tokyo Dome is pretty cool. The Don Quixote there is pretty cool also, just across. That I like is Spanglish. Why is that I like Spanglish? I think that I like is Spanish, just plain old Spanish, because like is a borrowed word. Yeah, Hanshin Tigers baseball match 2023 was a lot of fun. Agree. Going tomorrow, everybody. Can we show our Kamikaze is going to Japan tomorrow? Can we all show some emoji love? If you're a member, now is the time to show off your membership emojis. Sorry, I meant November 2026. Okay. Something regarding tax eternal when shopping. Okay. Yes. November 2026 was actually going to be happening is that the consumption, the tax system is going to change to an excess system, meaning that you won't be able to get the tax automatically removed from the product at the checkout. Instead, you'd have to get the money back when you leave the country. In essence, it's the same. The difference is that things will remain the same price. So whatever if something costs 100,000 yen, you get tax free, you pay 100,000 yen, and then when you exit the country, there will be some kind of a system for you to claim back the 10%, whatever it is, 10,000 yen back. So that gives you a clearer indication. So yeah, tax free is changing. I'm still looking into the matter, into what the specifics are. I think that things are still a little bit vague. But yeah, tax free is changing. Doesn't mean things are more expensive. It just means that the way that we, if you want to claim tax back, changes, which is a pity because I think that it will actually be a bad thing for Japan. How the money that you would have saved in Japan, you would have spent in Japan purchasing more things. Well, now you get the money back. You will get the money back leaving the country, and then that extra money you'll spend in your country. I will enjoy my heart over there. My spirit awaits me. Love it. Not changed yet, Kamikaze. Not changed yet. Dale I like. Yay! Konbini, Coke Zero, Godzilla, and we have Jim's cowboy hat there. My wife decided a week out to join me in May. Flight was 3 times the price. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I booked that last minute flight because I got the money back from the credit card scam. I can book almost any time off from work, so it's not an issue. Flexibility is the key. Yeah, that's it. That's basically what I was saying. What I was saying is that flexibility is the key to inexpensive flights. Had you seen the same flight and it was double the price or triple the flight price, maybe you would have waited for another time. No, I guess. Ooh, I love the Konbini. The Godzilla's pretty cool. Tokyo Banana, yay! Kazumi, she is worth the expense. Romantic dinners, yay! Indeed. Yay! I'm campying. Oh, okay. I was like, for a minute, Lori, I thought you were like writing something in Thai, like from Thailand, because it was like, I'm kampai. The pi and the ing looked like Thai with lukewarm Earl Grey tea. Okay, no problem. That's all good. That's all good. Exorcist system. Um, oh yeah, Jennifer, the whole speaker thing. I mean, first of all, yes, they've said that they're gonna change the mascot, but there is some kind of period of consultation with the public. At the moment, the public have sort of gone, no, no, no. So, is there a chance that they might keep the penguin? There might be a chance that they keep the penguin. I mean, I'm hoping for a ninja monkey. How about that? I think that's really going to affect only those that travel to Japan with a goal of lots of duty-free shopping. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I don't think it's... Yeah, it depends. I think electronics, people do sometimes save up for electronics in Japan, and it could affect them. Ozo, if you hit the like button, you'll see a little plane. Oh yeah? Actually, maybe I should hit the like button on my own live stream. How about that? Wait a minute. Should I? Can I? Can I even do that? Do I even do that? Do I ever do that? I don't think I ever do that. Let's see. Ooh, yay! I just saw the little plane. I didn't know. Now I know. Thanks. And don't forget that you can also hype. You can also hype the my last video. That would help. Japan Better Japan party on a spontaneous, and I know you will eat good food. Yeah, don't worry about it. Enjoy the trip. Don't worry. I mean, I think for me personally, like many times I go to Don Quixote and they ask me tax free, and I'm like, no, no, no. You know, even though I could get the tax free, it's just not worth the hassle for me. It's only worth it if it's like a big purchase. You know, a lens, a camera, a gimbal, maybe. You already miss a Suika Penguin. I wish they would just recreate him for us fans. Hey, just roaming around. Hope you're doing well also. I've only bought things duty-free accidentally as I watched the item bought being sealed in the duty-free quarantine bag. Well, the duty-free quarantine bag is it's a little bit of a weird one because some places do it, some places don't. Then it depends on if it's consumable, if it's not consumable. If it's not a consumable item, then usually it doesn't go in a bag. But if it's a consumable item, then usually they put it in the bag. And then there's places like Don Quixote where basically if you buy stuff that are consumables, they'll put them in the bag. If you buy stuff that are not, they won't put it in the bag. But if you buy a mix, they'll put everything in the bag. That's really annoying. Nathan, you are 100% spot on. If I get a discount on tax-free items in cash whilst in Japan, then I'll spend that money in Japan. That's basically what I'm saying. Yeah. If I get the tax back at the airport, I'll take the cash out of Japan. This is the problem, man. The problem is that I don't know. They say that there's a like illegal like tax system going on where people are purchasing stuff, getting the tax back and then reselling it. But my question is, in the long run, will changing the tax-free system actually not benefit Japan because the money will be spent outside of Japan? I don't know. It will be a very interesting, thing to track. But how would you track it? I have no idea. 3 more weeks, 3 more Tokyo Bananas and Rider. Actually, I have 5. Ooh, what's happened to the video? Huh? What the hell has happened to the video, guys? Wait a minute. Let me see. I don't know what happened, but we're semi back. It didn't like the idea of me eating the Tokyo banana. Gold Coast, have a good one. I've had a bit of a dodgy tummy. Maybe this is a bad idea. Anyway. And right there, there's going to be a new mascot. We don't know what it is. Tawara was a lot of fun. We'll probably see that in Happy Gaijin in the next few weeks as a little vlog. That was so much fun. Beautiful place also. What? They put it in a tax-free bag? What? Oh my god. I mean, I don't know what the rules are, to be honest, when it comes to that, the whole bag thing. I think the main rule is that you have to take it out of Japan. It's a new skill of the ninja monkey. Ooh. Yeah, Apple stopped doing tax-free a while back. Indeed. I was fine just helping Japan out by paying a little tax at Uniqlo. Definitely not worth the hassle to deal with the tax. Yeah, like I said, it really does depend on the purchase. I don't do tax-free all the time. I mean, there is an extra time element that comes with tax-free. So I choose when I do tax-free. It's usually for much bigger purchases, you know. I won't do tax-free just for the minimum, you know. Magician monkey. It's a scam. It's all a scam. The world is full of scams. I wish. But no, they're not duty free. Well, you are a ninja for a reason, and I just proved to you what the reason is. Spooky, spooky. Yeah, Daniel and Yuka, this is one of the things that we were talking about. Too many people abusing it on the student visa and reselling. The difference here is that Japan isn't, for the time being, isn't getting rid of tax-free altogether. Tax-free will continue into the foreseeable future. Although I am predicting a future, unfortunately, where tourists will not be able to get the tax back. But the system that's changing as from later next year is that you won't be able to get tax-free within the country. You'll only be able to get the tax-free when you leave the country. And the issue that comes with that is that the money that you gain back, you don't spend in Japan. You spend in outside of the country, you know? Planning the first of my 2026 trips. Choices on multiples 3,500, 500 Airbuses and hotels on southern Mie coastline. Mie is lovely, yeah? Is it true that they're not advertising in Japan anymore? I don't know. I just saw an advert down where I live, and the other day I was in Spain and I saw an advert also. So I think what happens is that don't forget that tour operators will also do their own advertising, right? So I'm not very sure about that. Well, somebody has generally offered to purchase me a gimbal because the one that I have currently, the legs have broken, and if you've watched my last streams, the gimbal is perfectly fine, but the retractable legs is broken, and I can't place it down anywhere to talk, or if I need to like get something on my bag, and it's a little bit of a fuss. I could connect like screw in a little like a leg to it, but it's just something extra to remember. Half the time I forget. So I am considering getting the DJI Osmo 8, just because it has the built-in for the DJI mics that I use. Basically, the DJI Osmo 8 connects to the phone, and then I can connect the microphone directly to it, which is pretty cool. What's this? My favorite Japan airport is probably Haneda. I like the transportation links from Haneda, and it does depend where you're going. Like, Narita is very handy if I'm staying in Ueno, really, to be honest. But generally, I like Haneda. I really don't care, whichever's cheapest. Where is Towada? That's a good question. Towada's been very busy in my comment section. Bottlenecks and, well, sorry, and bottlenecks at airport, what do you mean? Norma Gray, I understand I was on a budget and wanted to wear what I bought was in Japan. Yeah. Clothing is not sealed up, just consumables, yeah. I bought tons of clothing in April at Uniqlo tax-free and wore it right away. Yeah, most things are actually not sealed up. Most things are not sealed up. And I believe that the main rule when it comes to tax-free in Japan mainly is that you need to the whatever the product that you purchase that's tax-free needs to leave the country. So that is the main thing, you know, like really. And I know that people do bend the rules to purchase things, but it would be interesting to see how much money is actually saved or gained. I have not been to Mere. You don't like Narita because it's like 40 minutes extra, you lose time. It depends where you're staying in Tokyo. If you're staying in Ueno, even, you know, in that area, it's very, very close. Nathan, do you know Narita Airport is working on being more efficient about handling departures? It took us many hours to get checked in on our flight. It's interesting, and I flew out from Haneda. I've flown out from Narita a few times, and I never felt that there was much of a difference between Haneda and Narita, to be honest. A figure got sealed up. I think that some places just don't know what they're doing, basically. Some places literally don't know what they're doing. Even in Don Quixote, in what was it, Yodobashi, I purchased something, and they were gonna put the seal on it, and blah 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 blah, and then they gave me the card to read. You know, sometimes they give you a card with the rules. You know, and I was reading the rules, and I'm like, this does not apply to what I've purchased at all. The card that you've given me does not apply to what I'm purchasing. And I explained it to the guy, and another guy came and told the guy no. So I think that sometimes it's like sort of like autopilot, the whole tax-free. Some people are just in autopilot. Uniqlo in Japan is awesome. Even the extra large was too small for your shoulders? What? Mama Great, you're not that big, really? Bottlenecks at the tax claim section at airport. Everyone claiming and not everyone has time to claim. Yeah, well, the way it works in Europe, because there's a similar system in Europe when you exit Europe. Because I'm currently not in Europe. If I purchase something in Europe, I can get the tax back, and it's actually quite easy because you just have to scan. And there's a scanner, and you just scan the code that you have to. It's not difficult at all. I think it depends on the airline. Also, I've realized, yeah. Shane, hi Nathan, love the videos. What are some of the places you consider visiting for second trip to Japan? Going in late February, March for around 3 weeks. Did the Golden Route last time? That's a great question, Shane C. And I think that when it comes to your second trip, and it might be dependent on the time of the year. You said February, March, so you might want to explore, like maybe not. If you want snow, then in February you can go to Hokkaido. The Sapporo Snow Festival actually happens around the middle of February, and if you get a chance to see that, that may be very special and very spectacular. You know, with the ice sculptures or whatever. But if you want something that's a little bit more like traditional, sort of like Japan, the like an extension of Japan, past the Golden Triangle, then I would say Kyushu is a great sort of like a great area to explore. Hiroshima, if you didn't do that in your last trip, using Okayama perhaps as a base, or choosing different bases to explore surrounding areas. Okayama to head to Onomichi, to head to Kurashiki, um, Hiroshima, going to Miyajima, maybe Fukuoka, Hakata, that sort of area. There's lots to see. Just choose, I would say, choose a region to explore that region. There's an area called Chugoku, which is like sort of like the western, southwestern, like sort of coastline of Tottori and all that sort of area. It's more local. There definitely won't be many tourists, but there's lots of towns and cities and things to see and gardens and spectacular things. You won't get bored. Really, 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 I think your second trip is also a great opportunity for you to home in on the things that you liked from your first trips. What were the things that you loved on your first trip that you would want to repeat, but perhaps not repeat the same things? There are cities that are similar. For example, if you haven't been to Kanazawa, then Kanazawa is in a way similar to Kyoto. If you haven't done rural stuff, then the Alps route is can be very beautiful, except for maybe in February it will be quite snowy. So lots of things to think about, but a lot you can take away from your last trip. You have a good idea of how to travel, how to get around, and you have a good idea of the things that you've loved, the things that you liked. And now it's time to basically, if you're traveling with people, then get your ideas to what are the things that you liked from the last trip, make a list and see if there are the things that are similar to that elsewhere, in Japan. Konbini coffee. Thank you so much. Thank you, Gazumi. Arigatou gozaimasu. What type of souvenirs are not allowed outside of Japan? I bought some envelope opening katana blades made of metal about 3 inches long and were not legal to take out. They're not legal to take out? I'm pretty sure you could take blades out as long as they're in your check luggage and not in your hand luggage. Hmm. I mean, it's not legal. It's a weird one. It's not legal for you to walk around Japan with certain blades. So maybe you can like luggage forward it to your hotel so that you can put it in your suitcase. Winter clothes probably there in February and don't currently have much. I would say Uniqlo is a great place. The heat tech is pretty good there. I still have VAT owed to me from the UK from years. Was in non-moving line for an hour and a half. Then completed the form and dropped in VAT box. Never heard from them. Afraid Japan will be the same. The system, the electronic like Global Blue system, which I use many times, is really straightforward, because you still sort of fill up the tax-free thing. The tax-free thing is done at the store, but then it appears in an app. I'll show you. Maybe I can show you. Very, very easy. There's an app, a tax-free app, and basically, can I show you? Maybe I can't show you. There's a tax-free app, and you sign up for the app, and when you purchase something, they scan the app, and the purchase is linked to your app, and it's linked to the card details from your app, and then when you leave the country, you just scan your phone as you leave, and that sort of like does a check mark of he's left the country, basically, and then the process of the money coming into your account begins. I think, Laurie, that all of these things are very hit and miss when it comes to the airport. I noticed that whenever I fly Turkish Airlines, whenever I fly Air France, whenever I fly British Airways, the check-in like system always takes ages. But whenever I fly like Swiss Air, Finn Air, for example, JAL, ANA, I find that they're like checking stuff, and they're so much more efficient, you know? Brent, hey, I flown out of Oita Airport actually. I flew from Oita Airport to Tokyo last year. Hopefully the bears start hibernating. That's what I'm hoping. Oh, you saw a shooting star. What did you wish for? What did you wish for? Australia has tax-free purchases for over $300 per transaction, but it's at the airport on departure. It is amazing if there's no other customers at 6 a.m, but awful if you get stuck behind non-English. Well, we'll have to wait and see. It will be hell to begin with. You know what it's like in Japan. To begin with, they won't get it right the first time round. Maybe the tax-free will be linked to the Visit Japan, you know, and the new ESTA or whatever. Took Singapore Air. I've never flown Singapore Air actually. Yeah, Kansai Osaka Airport isn't too bad either, must admit. I had a really easy going in, but I had a little bit of a tricky coming out. But like I said, I think it all depends on the time of the day. Depends on the airline. It just depends on so many factors, really. I don't think the digital system existed when I did it. I don't really care, but it was all the do this, go to the tax. Yeah, you know, actually, Jim Ross, that the UK abolished tax-free also. I think 2 or 3 years ago, the UK actually abolished tax-free, so you can't get any tax-free if you are traveling from the UK out of the UK. So I've got a feeling that Japan will go in that direction eventually. Looking to do a trip to Hakone or Kawaguchiko from Tokyo. Day trip possible overnight, better for late February. Shane, I've actually put out a whole video about Hakone, which is basically dead. Nobody's watching it. The click-through rate is abysmal. I don't know what the heck is going on. Put it this way. Usually click-through rate in a video is usually the amount of times that when it's shown somebody clicks on the video. And for my normal videos, they start at 18-19% and they slowly creep down to like maybe 6%, 7%. Let's just say that my Hakone video started at 3% and is now at 1.5% click-through rate. It's like literally a dead video. But hey, whatever. It's there. Enjoy it. Oh, did Finnair used to fly to Fukuoka? That would have been pretty nice. That would have been awesome. I wouldn't mind flying into somewhere like Fukuoka in the future from Europe. Hakone is lovely. I'm glad I went on that trip. I've been so many times, but I'm glad I went. Hey, Towada 106. How are you? I will be in Japan in December. I arrive early morning on the 27th of December. I believe that is my arrival. Yay, thank you, Jamie. Thanks, Jim. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not upset about it. I'm just sort of like being a little bit transparent with you guys on the performance of how things perform on the channel. Sometimes I'm not upset or anything. I'm glad it's out there. I'm glad it exists. And sometimes it's just a waiting game, you know, like I put out a video a year ago, which was like how to pack for each season in Japan, and it was dead. It was like this Hakone video was literally dead. Like a few hundred views, terrible performance. And then 6 months later, all of a sudden YouTube said, "Oh, well, check out this video. Let's share it with people." And it sort of like rose from the ashes. Chinese airlines fly to Fukuoka. Of course, they fly because it's not. I mean, it's an Asian bridge, no, right? From China to Fukuoka, it's much easier. But we're talking about Europe direct to Fukuoka. It would be awesome. It would be so cool if they did that. I also found out that from Malaga Airport, which is my closest Spanish airport from where I live, they started a trial flight to Seoul in Korea direct. And in the future, that would be an awesome little like route for me to go Seoul, Korea, long flight followed by a short flight, a little bit like what Japan Ichiban does, right? There is no algorithm. I mean, the algorithm is whether or not your audience likes what you've present to them, I think. And ultimately, my audience likes what I know that my audience likes updates. Whenever I do something that isn't an update, it's a little bit iffy. Easy in December, arrive, clean family grave, visit relatives, attend Suntory Hall concert, be grateful to leave Japan. I am playing games with YouTube, maybe. Can you imagine a Korean stream followed by Japan stream? I have been to Korea. I wouldn't mind returning. I just don't want to return as a solo traveler unless I absolutely have to. My time in Korea was awesome. I really did enjoy it, but I didn't enjoy being a solo traveler, so it was a bit weird, really. Hey Jeff, how are you doing, Jeff? I saw that China is advising all of its citizens not to travel to Japan. Maybe some less crowds in the future. Really? I didn't know about that. Jeff, I didn't know about that. I mean, that's pretty big news. You want to go about your birthday? Your girlfriend does not Koreans. What do you mean does not Koreans? Because of the stance on Taiwan? Oh, but that's been like that for ages. Then maybe that advisory has been there. Is it a new one? Is it not a new one? Your Royal Highness, how you doing? 4 days, yay! Half a banana. Leaving Japan is a highlight of the trip of Tawada. I don't even know why he comes onto this live stream. I mean, I'm glad he comes. He does give us some good insights. Ninja is only ordinary people. Hmm? Just in the last few days. Okay. Interesting. Hello from Hawaii. Nice. Ever had plans to come visit? Absolutely. I would love to go to Hawaii. I really want to go to Hawaii. Really want to go to Hawaii. Nathan is not ordinary ninja skills. I am very ordinary. I'm very boring. Best place to get bananas. I think that the best place to get bananas is at Tokyo Station in the character streets. There's a Tokyo Banana. There's various Tokyo Banana stores, including the official Tokyo Banana store. There's even a Tokyo Banana vending machine. You can purchase them also in the airport. No problem. Quite easy. Curtis, I'd love you to buy me a beer. I need to get to Hawaii for sure. Hawaii looks magical, to be honest. That's why America tried to make a manga about X-Men. Huh? I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I feel like I missed something. I like my route Hawaii for 1 day, then Japan. Maybe I should spend more time in Hawaii, but the hotels are expensive. I can imagine the hotels in Hawaii being expensive. that is the problem, I think. My wife and I love Akihabara, love the horses from Crane Game Machines. Really? I mean, crane game machines can be, like we say in Spanish, una perdición. Una perdición. How do you translate that into English? Una perdición. I mean, literally means a loss. Like, you can get carried away. That's it. Taiwan is a hot girl town. Ooh. Hot girl town, Taiwan. Guide coming up 2026. Overall, Hawaii is expensive, I can imagine. Would you say it's heavy jacket weather or just long sleeves for when? For when? At night, you need a good jacket, eh? At night, you will need a good jacket. Ramen or sushi? I think ramen. It's a perdición. Perdition? A downfall. Maybe downfall. Perdición is like, it means, I think basically get carried away. Perdition? Does it have the same meaning? Yeah, but it has a different meaning in Spanish, I think. Yeah, let's see. Damnation. Okay. Perdición translates to a damnation or ruin. That's it. It's a ruin. It's a that's it. My bad, hot girl in town. Everyone wants her. Akihabara is my hometown in Japan, but I've never gotten much into crane games. I love crane games, but within reason. I'm not like little bit of Japan crazy, but I do like, especially with people. Perdition. What are my hobbies? YouTube? Going to Japan? YouTube? Videography? Um, well, those I think those hobbies have taken over, for sure. Well, there you go. It's a perdition. Not a word that's used very often, though, is it? Japan, Japan, Japan. But it fits the whole crane game thing. It's like bad fate. It's ruin. It can ruin you. What problem? What problem? I know it's peak leaf season in Japan, but if it's as bad as my house right now, I cleaned my yard yesterday and it's already covered again. Met another Japanese fruit picker in my town and took him fishing. Oh, Gazumi, you're gonna have to take me fishing one day. Although I'm not a big keen fisher, I feel sad for the fish. But let's hang out by the river with a hot flask of something. Road to Perdition. Oh yeah, that's true. That's why I know the words. I'm a sucker for crane games. It's true. Road to Perdition, but I never actually thought of perdition meaning perdición. But I guess so. Yeah. If there's a dark side of Japan most people don't know about, what would it be? I think like dark side. Hmm. It's a difficult question. I think one of the biggest mysteries and misunderstandings in Japan is so in society is the way that a Japanese person treats you or greets you doesn't necessarily mean that they like you. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I'm not saying it negatively. I'm just saying that it's very very difficult to go deep, cut deep into the character of a person. You need to know them a very very long time. Um, a lot of the time they'll just say yes, just because they're being polite. I don't know that if that's really a dark thing, but oh, more fat, so they're extra yummy. Never thought that. Sounds like a boring movie. I don't think I've seen it. I mean, I do have a dark side video. I do have a dark side video. Everybody's Japanese is better when we drink. Kazumi is down by the river, sake and fresh fishing tours. Sounds great. Sounds amazing. Hakone and Tatemae. I thought Hone. I read Hakone. Oh boy. Looking at Visit Japan in May with my family, what is Japan like for wheelchair user? Actually, I'm going to there's a channel called Wheeling Around the World. I recommend that you check him out. He's a wheelchair user. He traveled to Japan last year. He's got lots of vlogs and interesting things to do with Japan. I think generally Japan is one of the best like accessible countries, but at the same time there are some things that might shock you. Like not everywhere has an elevator. You might have to go to special stations, etc. So it's a very long process. Yeah, the universal language to making friends: alcohol. Alcohol. The more alcohol, the more friends that you make. Wheel around the world. Yeah, you found it. Thanks, Japan, Ichiban. We're spending a night in Koyasan. Yay! In one of the temples. Have you ever went there and have known what was your experience? Fanny, I have a video. Check out my... I think that video is actually on Happy Gaijin. Maybe Japan Ichiban can find it. Let's see. Traveling Japan is easy. Here, I found it. This is a video of Koyasan. Check it out. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Love it. Beautiful. I love it. It's one of my favorite places. One of my favorite experiences, especially the cemetery at night. Especially the cemetery at night. Yeah, it's also luggage, but you can get around a lot of things though. I've been to a lot of stations in Tokyo that do not have lifts for wheelchairs, unfortunately. Most major stations will, but there are a lot of like smaller stations, even within Tokyo, that don't. We all walk way too much. Hey, that's my job. Sorry. Oh yeah, dude, you beat me to it. I did do a live stream in Korea, so I forgot about that. I forgot about that. Hey, have I met Nomad Push? Absolutely. He's even in one of my videos. He's a friend of mine, Curtis. Little fun fact. I actually, oh, I don't, no, this is gonna sound like really big-headed. It isn't. The fact is that I shared Robin's channel, Nomad Push, with Alyssa, and Alyssa made the video about the homeless thing and gave him all the exposure because I shared the channel with him, and I met him a few times. He's awesome. I've even been to a manga cafe with him. What shoes do you typically use for Japan? I just used a pair of On Cloud running shoes. Recently, I've been using Vessies, but I did get myself a pair of Onitsuka Tigers, which are incredibly comfortable, I must say. I bought them over there. But what I do like about the Vessies is that they're waterproof, so I don't have to worry about anything other than my Vessies, you know? The guy is awesome. He's just a really nice guy. Generally, like, hang out with him, such a cool guy. Kukai was a famous Buddhist monk, scholar. Wait a minute. I'm just looking him up. Is he the guy that invented hiragana and all that? Was it? That went somewhere. Right, because I've read here. A monk told me that he invented hiragana. I went on a little walk with a monk, and the monk told me that he invented hiragana, but online apparently it's a no. I don't know. I love staying in Ueno mainly, but I stay anywhere really. Star Maker. Nah, he would have done well anyway. You can eat monk food with the monks in Koya-san. Also. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna call it a night there. But it's been a great little stream. I've loved every moment. Once again, thank you to everybody who has actually supported financially, and I've got a lot of support today. So Carl, thank you very much for joining Chat Ninja, and Jim Ross, thanks once again for your 5 memberships. Lord McGray, arigato gozaimasu. Are you missing Japan? I'm sure you are. Thanks so much for the 5 memberships. Frog Lady, Banana and Yuzu fans, thank you so much for your donation. Jennifer French, thanks so much for your donation. Always Genki when you come onto the stream. Jim Ross, arigato. Thank you so much for the donation today also. 3 years soon. Japan said, wow, crazy times. And Gazumi also says, thank you so much for your donation. Every little bit helps. And just remember that if you're interested in supporting even further, Patreon is definitely the best way to do so. You can find the information on my website, www.ninjasaru.com or ninjamonkey.org. And there's links to there to various ways of providing support for me. But the main support is just liking this video and commenting on my other content. On that note, I'm going to say good night. Have a great one. Arigatou gozaimasu. And it's always fun. I'm just checking to see if I haven't missed anything too important. And I will see you in the next one. Don't forget that I do stream pretty much every Sunday. At the moment, I haven't been streaming on Wednesdays because I've been using that time to actually edit videos. So I need to be realistic with myself. But take care, stay positive, be happy, gaijin. Till next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.